Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. Another very beautiful morning, and we're back with our predictions as usual. Okay, we always look at football matches going on across the globe, and we'll select a few of these matches and look into them thoroughly. Before bringing it forward for you, we always look at the previous matches they're having and using those results that they already had in the past, using to come up with the best possible verdict for each of these games that are going on. That's what we do on a daily basis, and I will be doing that in a short while. Okay, but before we go ahead, I want to use the opportunity to urge you to join our membership, VIP membership in this very channel where we put up games that we believe to be having that better likelihood of coming out correctly. We always do that on a daily basis. All right, do endeavor to join. Looking at the description of this very video, you'll always find a link that will, take you to a VIP special group, and also anywhere you see join around this very video can also lead you to that very VIP special group. All right, do endeavor to join so that you'll be able to enjoy those specs that we have there. All right, that being said, without further ado, head to the business of today. We have our first game for today is in um, Denmark First Division, where we have Mightyland coming up against Sundiski. Okay, for Mightyland, the last six matches, you could see they've been able to achieve three victories out of the last six games that they had, and also two draws as well as one loss. And the side, Sundiski had four victories and a draw, as well as one loss in the last six games that they had so far. All right, when you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you could see that playing from home, Mightyland, the home side, have been able to achieve six victories and two draws in the last 10 home matches, and also lost two matches out of those. And we said Sundiski, on the other hand, have actually won a lot of games from away. They've won seven matches and a draw in the last 10 away matches. They've lost only two games out of the last 10 away games that they had. It's a sign that been doing so very well. And also, they've been averaging two goals per game in the last 10 away matches that they had. And also, when you look at Mightyland, also they've been scoring some goals. Also, they're also scoring a lot of goals, averaging three goals per game in the last 10 home matches that they had. So in this very one, it's a very difficult game to call. Also noting the fact that on head-to-head basis, the last time they met it was Sundiski that actually won by 3 goals to 2 against Mightyland on that very occasion. And the last four meetings between two sides have produced over 3.5 goals. The last four meetings between the two sides produced over 3.5 goals, some of them over 4.5. All right, and here we'll be going with the goals, noting that both sides score lots of goals. We expect to see goals appearing here, so we're going with a minimum of 3 goals to occur in this very encounter. So it is an over 2.5. That's what we've had for that very encounter. All right, and we'll head to the next for today. Is a game in in the Finland first division, where we have Nixtan, who will be coming up against HJK. All right, and Nixtan, out of the last six matches that they had in recent time, have been able to achieve a victory and three draws, as well as two losses in the last six matches that they had so far. And we side HJK, on the other hand, have won three matches and a draw, also losing two games in the last six matches that they had so far. All right, when you look at how these two teams fared from home and away basis, you can see that the home side, Nixtan, in the last 10 home matches that they had so far, have produced six victories for the home side and also two draws, as well as two losses. And for the HJK, on the other hand, it is six victories and two draws, as well as two losses in the last 10 away matches that they had. All right, for HJK have also been a side who have been scoring lots of goals from away, and next time have been averaging 2 goals per away game. So we'll put all that together. Also, with the fact that we know that the last time they met, it was Nixon that won, and Nixon won the last two meetings from away, and now they're playing from home. And also, we'll be going with goals to call here, because we know that recent games of both sides have produced lots of goals for Nixon and as well as HJK. So we also will be going for goals in this very encounter. We expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this very one, over 2.5. That's what we expect for that very game. And the next is in Finland Waikonen League, where we have SJK Academia coming up against the Sao Paulo. All right, for Academia, it is two victories and out of the last six games and four losses. And Sao Paulo, on the other hand, is just one victory, and also they've lost us 5 matches out of the last six games that they have so far. All right, when you look at how the two teams have fared from home and away basis, you can see that Academia, the home side, the side have actually have had three victories and a draw in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. They've also lost 6 games out of the last 10 home games. Okay, the last home game they had saw them winning against Japs by 4 goals to 1. The last 4 home games that they had so far have produced lots of goals as well. And for the away side at Salpa, the last 10 away games that they had have seen them winning just 1, and they've also had a draw, but have lost 8 games. We could see them losing the last 6 away games that they had, saw them losing so very well, heavily against any side that they play so far. So the last meeting between two sides saw them playing at a draw, 0-0 draw, but we are going with ISJK Academy, who have actually shown more promise in the recent games, winning the last winning 3 games in the last 4 matches that they had. We expect them to win against Sapa, who have always lost their matches. So it is also to win outrightly. That's all for that very one. Okay. And we head to the last game for today. It is a game in the Swedish first division where we have Elfsborg who will be coming up against Göteborg. Okay, and in this very one, we could see that the recent matches for Elfsborg, the home side, have produced 1 victory and a draw, as well as 4 losses for Elfsborg. And the away side, Göteborg, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 victories out of the last 6 matches and a draw. They've also had 2 losses out of the last 6 games that they had so far. And when you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you can see that the home side, Elfsborg, is the side that have actually been able to achieve 5 victories and a draw in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 4 matches out of the last 10 home games that they had. And Göteborg, on the other hand, have also won 6 games out of the last 10 away games that they had so far. They've won 6 and they've lost 4 out of those games. All right, Göteborg is a very good side. You can see that the last 3 home matches for Elfsborg have seen them losing those 3 to Haken, Jalby, and Hammarby. And for the away side, the last away game they had, so they're winning against Cyros by 1-0 on that very occasion. But when we look at how the two teams fared on head-to-head basis, the last time both teams met, it was Elfsborg who actually won against Göteborg. That was actually earlier this very month, and Elfsborg won by 2-1 on that very occasion. All right, but also prior to that, we saw Elfsborg play from home, beating Göteborg once again by 3-1, and we'll have a result for the last 10 meeting between the two sides. We could see that it has always been Elfsborg who have actually dominated between these two sides, winning each time they meet against this very side, and there has never been a time Göteborg achieve victory against the Elfsborg in the last 10 meetings between two sides. So we are going with the home side, Elfsborg, to do very well once again. And judging by the meetings between the two sides, we expect to see the home side to either win or draw here, and yet on the 4.5. Home win or draw, and on the 4.5. That's what verdict, and that concludes it for us today on BetCraft. We wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Remember to play responsibly, as this is a football match. Sometimes some other factors might come in and may not get the desired result. All right, but we pray for success in this very one, and hopefully we're going to achieve it. And also remember, the remainder of this very game will be in our VIP special group. Do endeavor to join so you don't miss out on those specs. So see you again tomorrow, but until then, keep winning.